Okay, once you're in your drawing, you'll go down to your Part Studio. You will then right-click and press Create Drawing of Part Studio 1. That'll enter you into a drawing area. You'll have templates. You'll have an ANSI drawing, which is just a drawing standards template. Click For Views. This is where you'll see the third angle projection in the top right-hand corner, and then click OK. This should be the default template. It may take a second to load, but it'll bring up your drawings all together. Okay, so here it is. It's already all laid out for you. You can see if you zoom in, it actually includes the detail of the little bits of your drawing, including your little shapes or whatever you chose to do inside of your thing. It also has an area where it shows you the scale, the name of your drawing, and a couple other bits of information. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be dimensioning this, which means we're going to be using our dimension tool. So I'm going to start at the top, get this guy in view. There it is. Okay, so up here is our dimension tool. There is a drop-down box, so there is a dimension, chamfer, 2-point linear, meaning just a straight line, third 3-point angular dimension, and a radial dimension. So I'm just going to use my normal dimension tool, and you can do it two different ways. You can click on the exact line that you'd like to dimension by simply clicking and then dragging the dimension. Once it's clicked, it should hold, and you can place a dimension just above the area of the head. Now, the other way to do this is to select a corner like it's highlighted here, and then select the following alternative end of the drawing line that you'd like to dimension, and then you can place the drawing centered and outside of your object. Now, at the end of the day, you can go through and dimension each and every one of these lines. One little trick, rather than overlaying a big line like the following just beside it, you already know that the difference between here and here is the width of it, so 2 millimeters, which you can place down the bottom. And you'll know if you do that from the other side, so if you go from here to here, but across here on this right-hand side, you'll no longer need your 46 millimeter dimension. The reason being is it's 2 millimeters less than 50 on one side, and then 2 millimeters less than 50 on the other side. So 50 minus 2 is 48, minus another 2 is 46. So, like what we spoke about before, you can do also a chamfer dimension. So where you have a chamfer, like on the side of our ear, you can click on that chamfer. It'll bring you up a dimension. You may need to hold it down, but I'll keep going again. You should be able to click on just the chamfer itself, and then place a dimension. Okay, it doesn't want to do it. Anyway, moving on. If you'd like to do a radius dimension or a circular dimension, you can go up here, click the radius dimension tool, and click the area of the circle. Notice how it points to it. Radius 17.54. You can move to the side or where you'd like, but please keep them outside of your drawing. And then you can choose the bottom half of the circle. Actually, I'm just going to go up here like that. I'm going to choose the next one and put it just above it. Actually, let's go this side so it's not as confusing. So you can see there's a difference in the dimension. So you can go up here, go to diameter dimension for your eye. It'll do the whole circle. Notice the symbol, the circle with a line through it. You can go through and you can dimension each parts of your drawing. Just make sure that your drawings aren't too clustered with dimensions all over the place. So for example, if there are several dimensions in the one area, it's going to start to get clustered like this one already is. So try and spread them around the body of the item. So on the left-hand side, right-hand side. And again, remember this whole project is essentially mirrored. So if one side is all the same, there is no point dimensioning the other side. So you're doing twice as much work, and you're also doing ineffective dimensioning. Just try and move this out of the way so I can zoom back in again. I don't know what's doing this. Now, the only area on our drawing that we do not dimension is our third angle projected drawing. The reason being is because this isn't actually an accurate descriptor of the dimensions in our drawing. So the reason why we don't is because we already have them here on the left-hand side, and further to that, we will not actually get an accurate dimension on our drawing on this side. It will also look all clustered because the drawings will come out to the side and you'll essentially get an incorrect dimension. So it's already telling me that that line there is 37.5, whereas on my over here, it's telling me that it's actually 50. So because of the angle that the project is directed on, 30-degree tilt, it's actually skewed the dimensions of our drawing. So we do not put dimensions over our third angle projection. We do them on sides 1, 2, 3, so top, front, and side. Now remember, again, this is what should be a symmetrical project, so the sides should essentially be the same. If you need to insert another side, you can insert views, and you can insert auxiliary views as well. But as for the moment, just please include the following 4. It should automatically have your name in it. It should include the title and a couple other things.